We have chosen to do a sci-fi comedy horror superhero film. However, we have been informed that we can't do a horror as this will fall in the cinema and no one wants to go and see it. So we have repackaged it to be a thriller, which is re-genreification. And this shows that the lines between each genre are blurred and not really, there's not one genre and one form of genre. You can go through a moulding process and that's very the same as each other, but at the end of it the product can be changed to make it one genre or another.
It also shows that people go to the cinema just to see what type of storyline it is and not about genre, whereas before people used to go to see it as a genre.
We have chosen to name our film Human Control. This was a late idea as we didn't think it was that important in the first place. Our setting
is it starts off on Earth and then they go up into space in a spaceship.
We have chosen this as it goes very well with our genre that we have chosen.
It's science fiction.
Our characters are...
There's a stereotypical mom who has superpowers and her nickname is Flexi. There's a dad called Rambo and he's strong so he can knock down walls. There's an uncle that dies but he's not that important. A sister who can go invisible and a brother who can run really fast, and we've chosen these all characters because it's repetition from the film The Incredibles, so it can also show variation and familiarity to the audience.
The research that we undertook was limiting and we didn't go to the far reaches that we could have. So we've found that a sci-fi needs to have some kind of threat in there that is overcome at the end. A comedy needs to have high and low points and laughter, so humor. Horror needs to be gruesome and have things that the audience don't expect to have, so real dark kind of scenes that we would not really show in a TV show or anything below the watershed. Superheroes, they need to save the day at the end, and normally there's some sort of love interest, some guilt and distress that needs to be overcome. And same as a sci-fi, there needs to be some kind of threat and some kind of twist at the end.
And when we asked our survey, we asked them whether they wanted to see a horror, and we were going to previously do a West End, but we changed our minds, and everyone basically voted for that. Some people voted against a science fiction film, which may say that they've become boring, but everyone voted for comedy, which shows that everyone wants to see humour in films. However, with our survey, we felt that we limited our questions because they didn't include stuff about setting, characters,
lighting,
yeah.
The choice of shots that people want, the storyline that people want, other things like that. We also asked our audience if they think that these films would work together, but they said they don't think it would. However,
we also asked if they wanted to see similar plot stories.
Do you think that they would be able to notice the difference
between those genres put together?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think if it's put right, if it's made right together, if it's branded right and the storyline kind of like fits together, there's not one scene that's very comical and the next scene that's very horrific, then no, I don't think it would. I haven't finished.
Okay.
We also researched into when the genres were last made, and they've never been made together before. However, they've been made separately. So there's a comedy sci-fi, Action on the Block, which made 2011, a horror sci-fi, Apollo 13, 2011, action sci-fi, X-Men First Class, 2011, comedy action, Ninjas and Vampires, 2010, comedy horror, Fright Night, 2011, action horror, Priest, 2011. So all these films are very recent, so therefore they're interesting. The audience are interested in them, and therefore they would go and see them, even if they are put together.
However, people might not watch them now because they've been done recently, so that might be a problem.
Yes. We feel that our roles were evenly shared out, as neither of us had a larger part to do, and we split them down the middle in a sense. We all both had 2 tasks each, and we feel that we have learned that genre is ever changing and ever
It's not
evolving.
static.
Not static.
Good.